Hey, good evening, everybody. Hey, this is Lee with Emmy, and it is time for some more basketball here in the Red Devil Dome. Yes, we've been gone for a whole month. Just got done with the boys' game, though. That was a tough loss. The fellas did lose 48-38, but I'll tell you what, overall, played some really good basketball. The defense was phenomenal for Sutherlin, as they have shown a lot in their game plan to do extremely well. And now they actually went from 3-0 after tonight to a 4-0, so congratulations to them. But now we're getting ready for our Lady Red Devils, and by no means are we going to go ahead and let loose, because it's going to be a good one. And we do thank you. As the pregame report, as I mentioned, is brought to you by the city of Coquille. And we're going to have some more information about these Lady Bulldogs from Sutherlin here very quickly.
So I guess I'll introduce the Sutherlin Bulldogs tonight. Sure.
Because they're on a winning streak. They've won the last 3, by the way.
Good for them. So we got our first player. We got Michaela McClatcher, number 1. She's a junior. Second off, we got Kristen Gandy, number 13. She's a senior. We got 22, Addison Clark is a senior. 31, Madison Huntley. She's a senior. And last but not least, 32, Allison Watcher, and she's a junior.
And I'll tell you what, these ladies here overall are 12 and 5 with a league record so far of 3-0, playing some very, very good basketball and putting a lot of points on the board. So it is going to be very interesting tonight as our Lady Red Devils are getting ready to come on out. It's our Lady Red Devils, of course. They're also 3-0 with a record of 15-1. Leading off for the Lady Red Devils, it is number 5. That is Jenna Willis. Number 10, Taylor Kellner. Number 11, that's Cynthia Salazar. Number 22 is Lexi Lucatero. And, of course, number 24, that's Holly Bijou. Now, we were talking earlier about Bijou, Emmy, and she did roll her ankle in the last game.
Yeah.
What's the outcome on her? Did you hear?
She's good. I mean, I saw her run on the track. She ran a mile, so she's good.
Oh, outstanding.
I mean, she ran a mile on it, so.
She's good to go then. And we know Salazar did the same exact thing a couple of games back. I talked with her also tonight before the game, had a chance, and she said, no, I'm good, I'm going. And she's just taped it up really good, and we are ready to play some ball. So here we go, folks. It's going to be a good matchup this evening.
Tip-off goes to Sutherlin. We got McClatcher with the ball, top of the key, giving it to Gandy. To Wetcher in the right corner. Into the paint, taking the shot up, and she gets travel called on her.
Good defense by Willis coming right out of the gate, as we're going to see a full court press by the Lady Bulldogs here up Sutherlin as the ball gets tipped. And the pass was intended from Bijou over to Lucatero. So Lucatero is going to inbound it from the far side to Bijou. Now to Willis as the ladies work on breaking this full screen. The heck was that all about? Down to Salazar, 3-point shot. It's up. Hits the back of the rim. No good. That's going to go out of bounds.
So it'll be Sutherlin ball in the backcourt. Giving it to McClatcher out of bounds. Passing it in to Wetcher. Giving it to Huntley. Huntley crossing that half-court line to McClatcher on the right lane. To Huntley, to Gandy, to McClatcher on the left wing. Extended, taking the 3. And it's no good.
That's brought down by Kellner. She's got an open lane if she can grab it fast enough. Nope, she doesn't, as the defense gets back very quickly. Finds Lucatero right at the line. Bounce pass to Kellner. Moves over off on the right wing. Goes inside to Lucatero. Now into Willis. Willis is trying to find something. There's Salazar. Opens it up. But the shot is no good. And it's too much time in the key.
So we got McClatcher taking the ball out of bounds. Passing it into Watcher. Back to McClatcher. Coming down the right lane, crossing the half-court line, giving a long pass out of bounds, trying to get it to Huntley, but it's not there.
And we're going to see defense for Sutherlin just as tight as Coquille.
We got Kellner coming down the left lane.
Finds Salazar over to Willis. Willis tries to move inside. The defense strips it away.
McClatcher with that steal coming down the right lane. Giving it to Huntley. Huntley on the right wing extended.
Salazar strips it away.
And McClatcher fouls her.
Yeah, as I mentioned, the defense is just as strong and powerful for Sutherlin as we find Coquille. So you're going to see pressure all night long. There's the inbound pass to Bijou. Coming across that timeline to Salazar, extended right wing. Bijou in the right corner wants to drive inside. She does. She puts a shot up, but it's blocked and then goes out of bounds off of Sutherlin. Coach Marty telling the girls to spread out. Inbound pass comes to the top of the key to Salazar. Bounce pass to Willis on the right side. Give and go. But it's out of Lucatero's reach and goes out of bounds.
So we got McClatcher out of bounds, taking it out, giving it in to Watcher, to Candy. To Watcher on the right. Looking at Huntley, she's not there. Giving it to McClatcher. Back to Watcher. To Huntley on the right wing. To Gandy. To McClatcher. To Huntley in the paint at the low post. She gets fouled.
Well, they're going to call VGU on a foul.
It'll be on the ground. She's not shooting. So we have Clark inbounding. And we got a charge on Sutherlin, so it'll be Coquille ball.
There's a nice turnover.
Yeah.
So Lucatero's going to inbound. She's going to find Kellner on the left side. Willis comes out to help out. Now to Lucatero, to Bijou on the right side of the court. Brings it back around to the center. Salazar out on extended right wing. Finds Lucatero at the elbow. Tries to get it inside to Willis, and it gets out of bounds. Bijou tried to save it as she hit the deck, and it goes off her hands. Out of play.
So we got Sutherlin with the ball on the baseline. Huntley with the ball in the paint on the opposite side of their court. Giving it to Clark. To Huntley. Huntley coming down the right lane, giving it to Gandy in the right corner, trying to get it back to Huntley, and it's blocked by Lucatero. Blocked out of bounds, so it'll be Sutherlin ball. We got McClatcher taking it out on their side of the court. Nobody's moving. Giving it deep to Huntley on the right wing. Back to McClatcher on the left. To Watchner. Coming down the right lane. Double team, giving it to Clark on the right wing. To Gandy. To Watchner. To McClatcher at the top of the key. To Gandy. To Huntley. And it's intercepted by Salazar.
Nicely done. Here comes Kellner. Passes to Willis. He comes down, takes the shot, but it's no good. Too far to the basket.
We got McClatcher taking the ball down, and it looks like a foul on Kellner. We got two team fouls on both sides of the ball. It's Kellner's first foul of the game. So we got McClatcher taking it out. Looking at Huntley in the backcourt, but she's not there. Giving it to Watchner. Going down the right lane. Giving it to McClatcher. On the plate. Trying to get open. Kellner's putting the pressure on. Throwing it into Huntley, and it goes in between her legs.
Picked up by Bijou. Coming down the right side. The defense is heavily inside her. Willis tried to grab hold of it, stripped away.
McClatcher taking the ball, and it's tipped out of bounds by Kellner.
Nice job by Kellner to knock it out of bounds. Wow.
So on Sutherlin's side of the ball, we got Clark taking it out. Inbound play is running. And nobody's open, and that is 5. The Coquille ball.
Great defense by the Lady Red Devils.
We still got a score of 0-0 with 4 minutes and 10 seconds left on the clock for the first period.
So goes to Willis. It's a Kellner who gets shoved, but that's all right. She keeps playing. Lucatero shoots, and the shot's blocked.
We got McClatchner with that rebound off the block. We got Salazar putting the pressure on. She's getting double teamed, giving it to Clark. It's Gandy on the left wing. To McClatchner at the top of the key extended. Pulling out to the right elbow extended. Going to the left. Getting double teamed by Viju and Salazar.
And the ball gets stripped because of it. Willis gets it over to Kellner. Salazar on the right wing. Looking for somebody to go as the ladies are just kind of sitting down for a minute. Camping out, if you will. Kellner on the right wing. She takes a move inside. Bounce pass to Willis, but it's no good.
We got a steal by Huntley. McClatchner on the backcourt. Cynthia Salazar putting the pressure on. Going to the right lane, extended. Crossing over to the left with a screen set forward by Huntley. Gandy with the ball in the left wing. Huntley in the paint, giving it out to the left corner to Clark. Back to Huntley in the post, and she gets fouled by Lucatero. Trying to keep over the back with her.
Yeah, that's going to put 2 on Lucatero. Or is it? No, just 1. Okay, I thought there was 2.
We got Leighton and Nelson on the court for Lucatero and Kellner. We got Huntley with the ball at the top of the key. Looking like she's trying to go all the way. Taking the layup, and it's good. We got Sutherlin with 2-0.
So quickly, here comes Nelson on the left side as they break that full court press. It's Viju over to Salazar. Down back to Viju on the right side, all the way across court to Nelson on the give and go, but the pass was too far.
Yeah, it was just a little too high. We got a timeout on Sutherlin.
So, but 2:38 left here in the first period, just to show you how fast and what good defense is going on here right now. It's only 2-0, and that is Sutherlin that has those 2 points. The defense is just, as I mentioned, for Sutherlin and Coquille is really strong on both sides of the ball. Got to say thanks so much to Norway Land and Livestock as our sponsorship. Coos Bay Toyota. Mid-Coast Flooring, K&K Sound Systems, and of course, O'Neill's Head Doors and Continuous Gutters, along with Devin over there at Brown Trucking and Development. And Patrick, owner of Econo Router, thank you so much for being part of our sponsorship here of our high school sports programs.
We got McClatchner taking the ball in, giving it to Huntley. We got a full court press by the Red Devils. Huntley giving a long pass, going down the right lane, taking a layup. It's no good. We got the rebound by Weschner.
Salazar mixed it up. Bijou picks it up. Coming down the left-hand side. She's got to hold it up. Over to Willis. Now to Salazar inside to Leighton. Leighton loses control, regains it, hands it over to Nelson. Nelson back to Leighton at the elbow. Bounce pass to Bijou, and Biju's going to get fouled in the process.
A foul's on Harris. That's her first foul of the game.
So that's 3 fouls on both sides of the ball. Scores 2-0 still, with 2:09 left here in the first. Bijou looking for somebody that's going to be open. Gets it to Willis on the right side. Now to Bijou. She spins left. Finds Leighton out of nowhere, but her shot's too strong off the boards.
We got Weschner with the ball, giving it to McClatchner, coming down the left lane. Looking like she's going all the way. Taking the shot. It's no good, but she gets a foul in the process. She'll go to the line shooting 2. Foul's on Willis.
Boy, that was close.
Yeah.
Close to a charge.
Yeah, she just had her feet set 1 second earlier.
Yeah.
McClatchner with her first shot. It's no good. Coming off the back of the rim. McClatchner with her second shot being set up. The second shot's up. And it's no good.
And Bijou brings that one down. She got Salazar on the right. She got Nelson on the left. Salazar comes out on the extended right wing to help. Finds Bijou with looks at a 3-pointer, hands it off to Leighton. Leighton puts it up around the rim. It's no good.
We got McClatchner with the rebound, fighting with Nelson for it. She did travel.
And they're going to call a travel.
Yeah, she kind of took a step into Nelson without dribbling, almost like she wanted to give her the jump ball. It was interesting. So we got Coquille with the ball.
Coach didn't like that one, did he?
I wouldn't either.
Salazar to Layton. Nelson over to Willis on the right wing. Back to Nelson. Finds Salazar on the left. Back and forth it is. Nelson on the right. Finds Bijou on the right wing. Moves it around. Tips it out of her hand. Loses control.
So we got Harris with the ball, giving it to McClashner on the right. Elbow extended. Fighting with the ball from Nelson. Giving it to Washner on the left. To the top of the key. To the right of the top of the key. Crossing over to the left is McClashner. Trying to go to Harris, and it's intercepted.
Bijou just stripped it right out of her hand. She goes down, puts a layup up, and it's fouled in the process. So she's going to go to the line shooting 2.
Still a score of 2-0. Coquille down. 52.7 seconds left in the first.
Where the coach for Sutherlin did not like that at all.
Yeah.
He said that was not a foul. That was all ball. Come on. Officials trying to say no. Got a slap on the wrist.
First shot's no good by Viju.
Second shot, and it is good. Finally puts one on the board.
You got McClashner with the ball out of bounds.
Willis was going to take it out of bounds.
We got Huntley with the ball to Washner on the right in the backcourt. Still giving it to Clark to cross the half-court line to Harris in the right wing. Clark at the low post, taking the shot, and it's no good. Huntley and Salazar fighting with the ball. It'll be Coquille ball as Huntley stepped out of bounds with the ball. Got ahead of myself there.
All right, so Willis is going to inbound to Bijou. Layton comes up to help. Quick pass down to Salazar on the right wing. Surprised she didn't take that shot.
Yeah, same.
Finds Layton on the extended left. Finds Bijou. Bijou wants to put up a shot, and she's fouled in the process and banks it as well.
Fouled on the 3. Should be going to the line. Shooting. So we got Coquille at 4 now. 3. Oh, they're only counting 2.
Yeah, she's just barely inside, but that's still, she makes this free throw.
Now
And
it's a
she does.
3-pointer. So we got 4-2. Coquille on top. So we got McClashner taking the ball out of bounds, giving it to Huntley on the right backcourt corner, to Washner on the right lane, back to Huntley, crossing the half-court line, giving it to Clark. Clark to Huntley. Huntley trying to come in, giving it to Washner. She goes up with it, and it's no good.
That's 5 fouls. Bijou grabs the rebound, gets fouled coming down. That's going to put her to the line. Excuse me. Well, I tell you what, I mean, you know how physical it was for the fellas? It's just as physical for the ladies.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be one of the tougher games this year.
Yeah.
Both undefeated in league play.
So Biju's first shot's getting set up.
Back of the rim, no good. Comes out. This is her second shot ready to go up. And it is good. 5-2. Coquille up by 3. 9 seconds left in the first.
We got Huntley fighting with the ball.
Stolen by Bijou. Quick outlet to Salazar. She drops it in. Layup for 2. At the buzzer. Oh, my gosh. Great defense at the buzzer by the Lady Red Devils. And especially for Bijou to grab hold of it. Feeds Salazar on the way down the lane. Drops it in for 2. Puts a score on the board. Coquille 7. Sutherlin 2.
Yeah, that's how I'm feeling too. Sweating. I'm like speechless.
Amazing. Well, you know, as we do thank our sponsors, because if it wasn't for them, we couldn't be here, you know. And And the awesome thing is being able to put scholarships together for their student athletes and all is just fantastic. And if it wasn't for our sponsors, we couldn't be here. Emmy couldn't have the opportunity to learn to do this broadcasting that she's doing so very well with it.
Thanks.
Of course, we're very, very excited to hear her broadcast future games when she goes off to college and everything else. And we'll do all that we can to help her achieve her goals as well. So, but thank you so much. You know, CarQuest Auto Parts right here in Coquille across from the post office, and Roseburg Forest Products has just been phenomenal. We talked about Myrtle Veterinary Hospital, which is now urgent care here in Coquille. That is state-of-the-art for the smaller animals. You definitely need to check them out. And, of course, Umpqua Bank and Highway Deli Mart on the highway.
I'm excited to check out that Myrtle Vet now.
Yeah, it's really cool. So Coquille starts off the second here. We got Nelson on the top of the key. Feeds Salazar on the right-hand side. This pass is blocked.
Blocked by McClashner, falling into Washner's hand. Back to McClashner, to Huntley in the left corner. To Washner at the top of the key. To Clark. Clark taking the jumper. It's no good. Off the rim. McClashner with the rebound. Fighting with it from Nelson. To Clark. To Gandy. To McClashner. To Huntley at the free throw line. To Washner for the three. It's no good.
And that's brought down by Bijou. So here comes the Lady Red Devils down court quickly. Got Salazar on the right. Got Nelson on the left. Nelson drives inside with the give and go. Double team, no place to take it to. And the ball ends up getting stolen away.
Ball stolen by Sutherlin. We got a foul on Cynthia from McClash. McClasher coming down the ball with the ball in the left lane, and Cynthia got a reach called for her.
Love it here in the student section over there. Just
I know, it makes me sad that I'm not over there sometimes, but it's okay. I love what I'm doing up here more. Sometimes yelling up there makes me dizzy. We got McClasher with the ball at the top of the key, extended to the right elbow, extended to the left elbow, extended, coming down to the lane with the floater. Shot's no good, but she gets fouled. She'll go to the line shooting two. And I'm glad our student section's out there, because I mean, I'm on student council trying to get our student body to participate.
That's great.
Our student body recently, our participation has gone downhill so bad. We're doing so much to try to get them to want to be here and encourage each other. And I mean, a lot of what we put our blame on was COVID, because our class didn't see the upperclassmen as much participating, so they're too cool to participate.
Yeah.
Drives me crazy, because I mean, once you're out there playing basketball and people are yelling for you, it's so energetic. It makes a difference, especially when you go to other schools and their student sections are on fire.
Absolutely. So Coquille inbounds the pass. It got knocked out of bounds. Now it's going to come in from Salazar, intended for Lucatero. Lucatero heavily guards her, so she throws it at her feet and it goes out of bounds.
Yeah, McClashner with the ball, making that good basketball knowledge play. Giving it to Washner. Trying to come down the right lane, but it's taken away by Kellner. Giving it to Clark. That lane was taken away. Giving it to Washner on the left elbow extended. To McClashner, to Gandy on the right wing. To McClashner. Washner's setting the screen for her. Giving it to Clark on the left wing, taking the three, and it's no good. Goes off the rim. Over the back of the hoop.
Out of bounds.
Out of bounds.
Lucatero inbounds to Kellner. Over to Willis. Lucatero intended for Salazar, and it gets knocked out of bounds. Coquille's really got to be careful with their passes, because the
Sutherland's going to take opportunity over any turnover.
Absolutely. This pass comes in to Kellner. Just looks at Salazar on the left side. Salazar's moving around trying to find. There's Kellner on the right extended ring. Pass is intended for Lucatero underneath, but it's just too high. Goes out of bounds.
So we got McClashner with the ball out of bounds with her entire team in the backcourt trying to break Coquille's press. We got the ball into Gandy's hands. Back to McClashner. Cynthia trying to steal it, and she gets knocked over the process. McClashner taking it down the left lane. Giving it to Gandy in the left wing towards the corner. To Clark in the paint. She gets fouled on the ground. That was on Lucatero.
Yeah.
That's her third foul for the game. So we got late. It looks like Lane's going to come in for her.
Well, that's her third foul already.
Yeah. Clark inbounding it to Huntley. Huntley taking the three, and it's no good. We got a jump ball, though, with McClatcher and Kellner with their hands both on the ball. So Lane's going to come in for Lucatero. Save her fouls up. So Clark's inbounding. Trying to get it in. Giving it to Washington on the left corner. To Huntley on the left wing. To Clark on the left corner. To McClatcher at the top of the key. Into the paint to Huntley. Huntley out to Gandy on the right wing. To Weissner. To McClatcher on the wing. To Huntley in the paint. Taking the shot. It's no good. Fighting for it with Viju. Gandy ends up with the ball in the left corner. To McClatcher on the left wing. To Weissner at the top of the key. To Huntley driving in. Going up with it, and it's no good. Blocked by Willis.
Nice job by Kellner as well to get her hands on it. And they're going to call her on a double dribble, which I don't understand that.
Me neither, but all right.
The ball was hit. The ball was actually hit by a Sutherlin player. And then she continued to try to regain. And they're talking to the coach about crossing the half-time line, half-court mark, excuse me.
So we got McClatcher with the ball to Gandy, to Clark, to Huntley in the wing. Giving it to Clark at the low post. And she travels, trying to get a hold of the ball. It's passed too far ahead of her, so she kind of like jumped into it and slid.
So we got 4:59 left in the second. It's still only 7-3. Coquille up by 4 with Bijou with the ball. Quickly down to Salazar on the right wing. They're just too tall for her to be able to get that shot off.
Yeah.
So she passes to Kellner with the bounce pass to Willis to try to work something up. Salazar back over to Willis on the left side. Salazar into Layton. Over to Kellner with the three-pointer is up, and it's good.
Off the bank.
Yes. That's what we need to be seeing more of.
Gandy with the ball in the back left corner to Huntley. To Washington on the right lane, crossing the half-court line with the ball, off that pass. McClatcher at the right elbow extended to Gandy. To Clark at the free throw line. Dribbling it out to Gandy, to Washington on the short corner. Moving over towards the corner. Giving it to Gandy in the wing.
And there's a turnover, so it'll end up Coquille's ball.
Yeah, it looks like Holly kind of tapped it out, and Gandy tried to gain a hold of it, and it was too far out.
So Willis inbounds to Bijou with 4 minutes left here in the second. Over to Kellner on the left wing. Looking for something to be open. Finds Bijou. She wants to drive in. She does. She shoots off the rim. It's no good. And they fight for the rebound.
We got Clark with that rebound, swinging some elbows. We got McClatcher fighting with the ball as Kellner reaches. She got a foul called for her. I believe that's her second or third. It's her second for the game.
And it's the fourth for Coquille as a whole.
0 for Sutherlin.
With 3:43 here left in it.
We got McClatcher with the ball, giving it to Huntley in the backcourt, crossing the left lane as Salazar fouls her in the process of her crossing.
That was a travel.
Yeah, I was thinking the same, but...
Well, that's her second foul. So Coquille finding themselves in foul trouble early here in tonight's game.
So we got Huntley at the line. She's going to shoot 2. Our first shot's up. And it's good. Nothing but net. We got Nelson coming into the court for Salazar. Huntley with her second shot, setting it up. Her shot's up, and it's good. Nothing but net.
So Willis will inbound to VU. Heavily guarded as she goes past the half-court mark. Finds Nelson on the extended right wing. Nelson gets it back over to Kellner on the left, extended. Tried to get it pass in, and it's block taken.
That's blocked and then intercepted by Clark. Ball's out of bounds off Nelson, so it'll be Sutherlin ball.
Those high passes, you got to be so careful because you figure Sutherland's got the height over us.
Yeah, I mean, we got Huntley at 6'1", Addison at 6 foot, and Washner at 6'2". Huntley with the 3. It's no good.
Brought down by Nelson. Passes out to Bijou. Bijou comes across the half-court mark. Drives to the right. There's Nelson. 3-pointers up, and it's no good off the side. Followed up by Bijou, and it is good for 2.
So we got McClatchner with the ball out of bounds, inbounding to Huntley. To Washner on the right lane. With the pass to cross over the half-court line to Clark. Taking it all the way with the layup, and she gets fouled. Shot's no good, though. Should be going to the line shooting 2.
Yeah, because that's 5 team fouls for Coquille, none for Sutherlin. 2:46 here left.
That foul's on Willis. That's her second foul for the game.
Coquille's got to play extremely clean and still aggressive defense.
Yeah. Clark's first shot's up. And it's good. Nothing but net. We got to stop giving them the free throws. We got Alicia Salazar hitting the court for Kellner. And Gandy coming off the court with Harris coming in for Sutherlin. Clark's second shot's being set up. Shot's up. And it's no good.
So Bijou brings it down. Crosses the timeline. Pass was intended for Salazar on the left, but gets slapped out of bounds.
That slap was on McClatchner.
So we're going to have Nelson inbound from across the radio booth here. Finds Bijou. Goes all the way across to Nelson. Wanted a 3-pointer, couldn't get to it. Bounce pass back over to her. 3-point shot is up. No good. Brought back down by Bijou. And it's good and fouled at the same time. Beautifully done by Bijou on the follow-up shot. So she'll have a chance to shoot 1. And it's good. 15-6 with 2:26 left in the second.
We got McClatchner with the ball to Huntley in the left corner. Back to McClatchner on the right. She's getting double teamed by Nelson and Salazar. She fights over him, giving it to Huntley on the left lane. Nelson putting the pressure on. Huntley coming all the way down, taking the floater. It's no good.
Well, Salazar got slammed right in the face back.
Yeah, she did. I
the
can
other
see her
end of the
holding her
court.
mouth. So we got Washner with the ball on the floor, and we got a jump ball, so we Coquille ball.
A lot of action going on down there.
Yeah.
Willis inbounds to Bijou. So Bijou, now we're going to have a timeout called.
By Stallard.
Yeah, Salazar's got a bad mouth right now.
Oh, something's bleeding. Gross.
Yeah, they're going to take a look at it and see. So they'll take a look and see if it's a tooth or it's a lip.
It looks like a lip, which is better than a tooth.
But anyway, so it looks like it's get a little ice on it there maybe or something. She goes, I'm good. I'm fine. All right, so thanks again to our sponsors. We got to mention them because they need to be. First Community Credit Union, Inspired Ink Tattoo, East Fork Lumber Company, Milky Way Feed and Tack, and Bars Hardware. We thank them so much. And we also thank Coastal Coffee for being our broadcast booth sponsor. You know, they're going to be opening up pretty soon at Books by the Bay.
Yeah, I heard. I was over in Coos Bay the other day, and I could not find where they were.
It's right on the highway, and it's a store. It's a bookstore, beautiful
Right,
bookstore.
yeah, I know what the bookstore was. I don't know if I just was being blind or didn't see a sign or something. I don't know.
I can't remember actually what corner it's on, but it's just off a corner. So here comes the Lady Red Devils. Heavily guarded. Bijou has it. Finds Willis. Willis intended pass.
To Bergnoli.
Yep. And it goes out of bounds.
Yeah, that interception was on Clark for Sutherlin.
So Nelson's going to inbound. Finds Bijou. Bijou on extended left wing. Bergnoli on the right. Passes to Nelson. Nelson wants to get it down to Willis. And the pass is knocked out of bounds. Coquille has got the JV ladies out here on the bench, they don't have any choice already because of the foul trouble Coquille is in.
Yeah.
There's a pass to Bergnoli over to Nelson on the extended right wing. Finds Willis on the elbow. Bounce pass to Bergnoli. Hangs on to it, Nelson. Now Willis. Nelson's going to find it again.
And that's the
And
shot
there's
clock.
Too much time.
So Sutherlin will get the ball turned over for him.
I didn't even hear it buzz, did you?
I did. It was just kind of quiet.
It must be.
So McClatcher giving it to Harris. Back to McClatcher. Coming down all the way. Taking the floater. It's no good. Coming off the front of the rim.
Great job by Willis hitting the boards.
Yeah, McClatcher was all over her.
Bijou brings it down. Looks like she wants to try to take the lane. She does. Hits the rim. It's no good.
We got Huntley taking the ball. With Nelson putting the pressure on. Getting a screen set forward by McClatcher. Feeding the ball to Harris in the right corner. McClatcher on the right elbow extended. To Washington on the left wing. To Huntley in the left corner. Taking the three. It's too hard. McClatcher with that rebound going in for it. And it's blocked by Willis. McClatcher with that rebound, though. And she gets a foul called for her.
Are they going to call it foul on Bergnoli?
Yeah.
They are. Wow. Wow. I didn't see that.
Me neither. So we got McClatcher at the line.
And as a reminder, too, folks, OSAA is in very, very much need of officials and umpires. I know they're very, very much need for umpires for the baseball, softball season. That is just around the corner.
McClatcher's first shot was up, and it's good. Second shot's up, and it's no good.
Brought down by Bijou. They break it. Nelson. And she's going to get caught on a travel.
Travel, and she was out of bounds.
The pass was just a little too far for her. She did everything she could to try to stop.
So we got Huntley with the ball in the back court. Changing the tempo, going from a walk to a pretty fast jog, coming down the lane all the way, and it's good. Putting Sutherlin with 9 on the board, with Coquille at 15.
There's another long pass to Leighton. Leighton puts it up, but it's no good.
We got the ball in Washner's hands to Huntley. Huntley coming down the right lane to Harris at the wing to Washner. Washner taking a dribble out to the three-point line.
Taken down by Bergnoli to Bijou. Bijou's going to take it all the way down. She stops, then she goes. She up the boards. Hits every part of the rim before it drops down.
Of course, just to make us all nervous. So we got Huntley coming at the ball, coming down the court with 4 seconds left on the clock, throwing it up, and it's no good.
Bijou's got it. She's just going to throw it down court, but it ain't going nowhere.
So we got a score for the first half of the period. Coquille at 17 and Sutherlin at a mere 9.
Yes, your halftime report brought to you by Les Schwab Tire Center. They've been, you know, their motto is that they've been doing the right thing since, I don't know,
Yeah, I've heard it before.
100,000 years
Right,
ago.
yeah.
Well, you know, they get a great, opportunity when it comes to their tires. They got all different types of tires. They got it for the mud, the sand, the asphalt. So whether you're on the road or off-road, and they're a great company to have on your side. And the other thing is the warranty that they have on their tires is fantastic. And, of course, they do tires, they do shocks, front end alignment, wiper blades, a little bit of everything over there. And they're great for pre-trip inspections. And they'll also make sure if you need an emergency kit in the trunk, they can help furnish that for you as well. So a little bit about what went on here. Very, very low scoring game. Very, very low. Of course,
It always is when the girls play Sutherland. I mean, it's always been like that since I was playing even.
Yeah, because again, I mean, you got great offense on both sides of the ball.
The defense is so matched.
That's it. It's the defense. The defense, it's a defensive game, and that's exactly what we've seen. Well, Coquille put 7 points on the board in the first. Sutherland only had 2. And then Coquille was able to put 10 points on in the second and holding Sutherland to only 7. And so overall, it's been fantastic defense. And I don't know, really, if you're going to see a better defensive game than what we'll see tonight.
No, not until playoffs or farther into state. I don't think so.
Exactly. And, of course, I was looking up when not say playoffs, but when the state gets ready to start, and that's going to be the first week in March. And I spoke to the coaches again about what the possibilities would be after the state games are done to have a boys and a girls game.
Yeah.
And both coaches said, let's do it. And I talked to Tony, our athletic director. He's all for it. So it's going to be a question of timing because track is right on the heels of the
track
playoffs.
Season starts March 3rd.
March 3rd?
Yep. First official practice, I believe.
And so it's gonna have to probably be like I don't know if we could do a Saturday afternoon game or something, but it's gonna have to be right after the state playoffs. And I'm pretty sure if I remember correctly that I think it's the 6th, 7th, and 8th of March, if I remember correctly, which is a Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Yeah.
So with that being said,
well, usually once basketball season ends officially, the girls team and boys team, however far they go, get a week off, and no matter what. So, like, if they end up going and then they play, like, the 9th, they don't want to turn around and go on the 10th.
Right.
Or whatever it ends up being on the date. So they get a week off to kind of rest. Because, I mean, basketball on your body is tough. Especially so they've been practicing since the end of October.
Yeah.
Very end of October. So, I mean, they've been here for a while.
Well, and it's tough. I mean, it's hard on the body.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, it is not easy. So we've had the opportunity to go ahead and talk, as I mentioned during our boys game, about Coach Brandon and having some discussion with him about the fellas and how they're doing and feeling, so forth and so on. And, man, how you doing, Coach?
We're doing all right.
You're doing all right.
We're doing all right.
And I tell you what, I thought, against Sutherlin, I know we didn't get the victory tonight, but still, I thought the fellas played a very, very good ball game. I mean, it was 49-38. But it was like we can never get away from that 9 or 10 point spread. But I thought the fellas played extremely well against a very, very good team that Sutherlin has.
I agree. I mean, we had every opportunity to get back into it. It's all about, execution at the end of the day. But, I think we had everything pretty buttoned up, but it's just the little things, right?
Yeah.
So at the start of the third quarter comes to mind when we had 5 or 6 turnovers in a row, right? We switched to the zone. They couldn't handle it. We didn't score one time off of any of those turnovers. And at the end of the day, that loses basketball games.
Yeah, we were talking about that too. If we can take advantage of the turnovers, then you're going to be able to go ahead and get at least another handful of points on the board or whatnot, depending on those turnovers that happen. But, gosh, that's an every game situation. So, but still, when you look at how the boys are playing, we're talking about Johnson and Leap. Man, they just get slammed to the ground. I mean, I don't know how they do it.
I mean, I talk to the officials. There's only so much I can do.
Every time Johnson came into the paint, he was on the floor afterwards. I guarantee it.
Yeah.
So, and then especially when Backman came in, I was scared. I was scared he's going to get a 6-footer dropped on top of him.
But I mean, that's what we look for, right?
Right.
We got to have the aggression. That's
of course.
Yeah.
But overall, I know that somebody said, well, I don't know if we'll be able to make the playoffs this year. Well, we still got basketball to play, and anything can happen. All we got to do is win out, and we'll be close.
That's true, yeah.
I mean, that's how I'm looking at it.
I mean, I've been telling the boys for a very, very long time, since we started league, that I truly believe that any game that we play in this league is a winnable game.
Right.
No matter what anybody might, say or hear or anything like that. Anytime we step on the court, I believe that we are the better basketball team. And then at the end of the day, it's the little things in execution that hold us back.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
We're a young team, and we're a pretty undisciplined team at times. But when things are rolling, we're a fantastic basketball team.
Right.
Yeah, when you guys have that momentum behind you and you get like 10 points, like you can see it sometimes when you guys kind of like it clicks almost.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, that's like, talking before the game tonight, even when we were over there in Glide, and here I'm looking at Leap going to make these shots, and he's split 2 and 3 defenders out of nowhere. Here comes Johnson underneath, and throwing him the ball or handing the pass off, I should say, dropping it in for two. It's just pretty much unstoppable. So obviously the talent is there and everything else. But, and I've said it to you, that the program has gone through some major changes over the last couple of years. And I think personally that the young men have adapted extremely well. I think that they play their hearts out. It's not like they don't hustle. I mean, I see them out here on the court during the week practicing, and until sometimes they can't even hardly move anymore. But, that's their dedication as well. And so, I take my hat off to these kids because I personally, you always want to win a ball game, but I think there's more to it than just winning.
I agree.
And I think personally, you and your coaching staff, especially, Coach Mesley, because he's been with the boys a lot with football, that you guys are actually helping develop these young men into the men that they're going to become.
Yeah.
And, I know there's scouts that come here, because I know some and I've seen them, but I know the scouts that come here for our different sports to take a look at the kids. And, that just speaks volumes. And you know that as well as I do, from playing sports yourself. And so I think it's a great opportunity that the kids have, and showing how they can get beat up and knocked down so often, or you're seeing elbows and shoulders being flung in Leaf's jaw all the time, and he doesn't say a word. He just deals with it, goes forward. I know it starts at home, but I gotta tell you that I think that you and Coach Mesley a phenomenal job, because these boys, if it was me on the court, I would have turned around and jacked somebody. I don't think I can do what they do.
Composure is a big thing, and when I first took over, that first day where I fully took over practice, I made a promise to the boys that from here on out they're going to get the best version of me possible. Right. And the only thing I ask in return is that they give me the best version of themselves. Sure. And I think I've gotten that from them.
Absolutely.
So, yeah. Right, I think it all kind of starts with me, right? I think the energy that I give on the sideline reciprocates on the court a lot with the boys.
100%.
Right? I think they'll follow me into a burning building, I'm pretty sure.
But that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
Right, you need that leader. You need that person that's there and encouraging, and a good coach on the sideline means a lot as a player.
Well, and, before Coach Garrett left, I know I was talking to a couple of the fellas, and, I was talking about Coach Garrett, and I don't know if I told you this, but there's three of the gentlemen I was talking to almost at the exact same time looked at me and said, yeah, but you know how much we're learning from Coach Brandon? And I thought, that's awesome. That's awesome. So we know the love and the respect and everything that is there. It shows. It shows. And I just want to say congratulations. I know that, as I mentioned, we always want a W, but sometimes it's not always about the W.
I agree.
So.
Yeah. My whole goal is to give them something consistently good, right? It's consistency at the end of the day. All these different coaches that they've had.
Yeah.
If I can start building something consistently that is special and different, I think we're gonna. Give it a couple years. I think this boys basketball program is going to be something people look back on.
Something to reckon with.
I think so.
Oh, absolutely. All right, Coach, we're going to get ready for the third period. Thank you so much. I greatly appreciate you, brother.
You.
All right,
thank
we'll
you.
talk soon.
Hey, go Red Devils.
Yes, sir.
Bye, Bowen.
All right, so here we go.
So we got Clark with the ball at the top of the key to Klattner on the right. Feeding it to Clark at the elbow. Going in the low post with a layup. It's no good. Huntley with the rebound. Going back up. Shot's no good. And she falls in the process. It'll be Coquille ball. It'll be Sutherlin ball.
They changed our mind.
Yeah. Oh, we got some problem with the official in the crowds. Oh, there's a kid hanging on the railing, and one of the officials was worried.
That's a grandpa right there.
Yeah,
That's a lot of care.
So we got Clark with the ball, giving it to Huntley in the deep right wing. Going down to the right corner, to the short corner. Looking for the pass inside. She finds it, giving it to Clark. The shot's good.
So the Lady Red Devils will have to go ahead and break that press as they want to come across the timeline, and they do. That's Viju that's got the ball. Comes around the center of the top of the court, finds counter on the left wing, over to Lucatero. As we know, some of these girls got 2 and 3 fouls on them, so they got to play aggressive, yet still cautious. There's a pass to Bijou. Then it gets stripped away from her.
Stripped away by McClatchner. She's coming down with the layup. Shot's no good. And the ball's out of bounds off Sutherlin. It'll be Coquille ball.
17-11. Coquille finds themselves up by 6. There's the inbound pass. It's going to go to Kellner. And she went to pass it, and she couldn't grab hold of it well enough and got caught in the travel.
So we got McClatchner with the ball out of bounds in front of the scorekeepers. She's passing it in to Clark. Clark looking for somebody open. It's not there. She dribbles to the near the short corner, giving it to McClatchner to Gandy at the top of the key extended. To McClatchner. To Washner on the right corner. To Gandy with a hard pass, and it goes out of bounds. It'll be Coquille ball.
And there's a turnover Coquille's going to have to capitalize on.
Yes. And we got
Now what do we got?
a ref talking with Stallard. He must have crossed that line too. Both coaches are on warnings.
Both of these coaches are very active coaches.
Yeah.
I know the coach for Sutherlin is very well respected. He's a very, very good coach. Been doing it for many years.
Yeah, I recognize him.
Salazar getting trapped over the corner. There she goes moving. Finds Bijou, somehow gets the ball to Kellner. Kellner takes it up for 3, but it's no good.
We got Gandy with the rebound off that 3. Bijou diving with it, and Gandy tipping it out of bounds, so we Coquille ball.
Great hustle by Bijou to get down court, block her out. Lucatera with the inbound pass to Bijou. Met after she crosses the timeline. Top of the key, finds Counter on the left, extended wing. Salazar coming up to the top to help out.
Dang.
And Counter's going to get tripped up and fouled.
She got pushed by McClatchner pretty bad in the back. So we Coquille ball in front of their bench.
So Salazar's going to inbound for Coquille. Finds Bijou. Bijou up on the top part of the key. Bounce pass to Willis. Bounce pass to Counter. Counter out the glass. And it's good for 2. Beautifully done.
McClatchner taking it out of bounds, giving it to Huntley. Back to McClatchner. Looking at the pass that's far down the court. It's not there. Giving it to Huntley. Huntley crossing the half-court line to McClatchner. To Gandy on the left wing. To Clark at the free throw line. And Willis with the foul. That's Willis' 3rd foul. Put Clark out of bounds. Looking for the deep pass, giving it to Gandy at the right wing. Trying to give it back to Clark, and the pass is just a little off.
So here comes Coquille, Lady Red Devils once again with Bijou with the ball. She's going to come across down the center. Got Salazar on the right. She intended pass for Lucatera, but it was too soft.
Clark with that interception. The shot's good.
Passes to Willis, who almost lost it. Gets it over to Kellner. Kellner back to Bijou. We're going to have a timeout called by Coquille. These ladies need to kind of pull it together. A little bit loosey right here.
Yeah, Sutherlin's making a little bit of a comeback. We got Coquille at 19 and Sutherlin at 13. 6-point ball game.
Yeah, well, you figure Coquille has only scored 2 points so far. And you've got... of course, there's only 4 points scored here by Sutherlin, but still,
It feels like a big jump.
It feels like a lot different.
Especially
You're right.
with this, well, it's because of how low scoring of a game it is. It would be different if it was in like the 30s and 40s.
Yeah. So the Lady Red Devils have just got to go ahead and work it to continue to keep that strong defense and drop a few in the bucket. So Lucatero, she's going to inbound from across the court here. To Bijou. Bounce pass to Willis. There's that give and go to Salazar again. She's too far under the basket. And then we're going to have a jump ball.
Yeah, McClatchner and Lucatero getting their hands on the ball. It'll be Coquille ball, I believe. Yep.
Yeah, Salazar is just a little too far underneath to actually make the shot, even though she tried.
A good play.
So there's the inbound pass to Willis. Intended for Salazar, got stolen away.
Yeah, she's fighting to keep it in. We got McClatchner running down to get to the right lane, and she takes the shot, and it's good. the reverse layup.
Salazar get the inbound pass. Looking ahead, splits the defenders. Out to Kellner. She puts it up around the rim, no good.
We got Washner with that rebound. Giving it to Klashner to Huntley with the long pass. Just sprinting to get down with it. She rolls with the ball. Giving it to Washner. There's a timeout called by Sutherlin.
I would have called the travel.
Kind of like rolled alongside her. It's kind of difficult because she rolled with it for a little bit and then it rolled beside her. So I don't know what I would have called, honestly.
That was a tough one. Come on.
Yeah.
Well, there is only a 4-point difference now, 19-15. Coquille is up by 4 points as we are in the third period. Pretty much this game here is going to depend a lot on who might just be the number 1 seed here, as both teams are definitely in the top seats.
Well, yeah, winning some of this game could help them host playoffs.
Exactly.
Same with, I think they play them again soon.
Well,
So that game will matter even more.
we play Sutherlin on the 18th.
Yeah. So
And I know that because my shoulder surgery is on the 17th. Don't ask me how I'm going to make it, but I got to.
Hopefully Dan will be back by then.
Well,
My gosh.
I don't know how.
I haven't seen that man in a while.
I've already been told I can't, so we'll see.
So we got Clark with the ball. Inbounding. Doing it to Huntley on their side of the court. To Clark in the corner. Clark running down, taking the layup. Shot's no good.
Brought down by Kellner and all the mix. Finds Bijou. Bijou's going to come down across the timeline. Coming down the left-hand lane. Gets it to Willis. Over to Kellner. Inside, Lucatera at the line. Puts it up. The shot's blocked.
Blocked by Washner. We got the ball back into Clasher's hands. To Gandy. To Washner in the right corner. All the way to Clark in the left corner. Shots up and it's no good.
That's brought down by Bijou. She got slapped in the face.
Yeah, she did.
Tries to maneuver down court. So she's got Salazar on the right, Kellner on the left, Lucatera on, and Willis. There's a give and go to Kellner, but it's slapped out of bounds in the process. So Coquille inbound from underneath their basket. And Bijou will do that. 3:39 left here in the third. And there's going to be a foul right up underneath.
That was on 22, which is Clark. We got Allen coming in on the court for Kellner.
Again, there's the inbound pass to Allen. Puts up a three-pointer around the rim, but it's no good. Bijou grabs hold of it.
They fall with it. We got Huntley ended up with the ball, giving it to Klashner with a race down the court, trying to get that layup off. It's good, and she gets an and one called for her.
Yeah, Allen's going to get the foul call.
Yeah. There wasn't a whole lot she could do to get down there fast enough. She had to sprint and get in front of her.
Exactly. So now we're looking at 19-17 as Sutherlin is making some unanswered point comeback here.
With McClatchner with her first shot and only shot. Shot's no good. Allen with the ball. She's getting fouled. We got that foul called on Clark. I believe that's her fourth foul. Oh, that's her second. I lied. A little off.
So, 3 team fouls for Sutherlin, 2 for Coquille. Lucatera with the inbound pass. Now it goes to Salazar. She went back and forth. Didn't get called on it. Lucatera to Allen in the right corner. Now to Layton, back to Allen. Allen looked at it. She decided not to take the shot, wants to drive inside. Hands it over to Bijou. Bijou now to Salazar. Tries to work it inside to Allen. Allen wants to drive. She does off the glass. No good. Brought down by Lucatera with the follow-up, and it's fouled. So that'll put Lucatera to the line for 2.
That foul is on Huntley. That's her second foul of the game.
Man, that shot is up, and it's good.
Second shot's being set up. No good. We got the rebound by Washner. Klatchner coming down the right side. In double teams. Swatted by Lucatero. It'll be Sutherlin ball in front of their bench. So we got McClatchner getting ready to inbound. Looking at Huntley, she's not there. Giving it to Gandy. To Huntley at the right elbow. To Clark in the right corner. Back to McClatchner. It's out of bounds off Salazar. It'll be McClatchner again in front of their bench. Getting ready to inbound. Giving it to Huntley. To Gandy at the top of the key. To Washner on the left wing. Holly fighting her for it, and she gets fouled in the process. Her hand kind of got stuck in between the ball and her hand.
That's going to be her second. Okay. I thought it was her third.
Yeah, me and you both.
Now something, the official just gave a warning of some sort.
Yeah, I don't know what just happened. So we got the ball into McClatchner, giving it to Washner, taking the layup, and it's good. Putting Sutherlin 19 and Coquille at 20.
With Bijou handling the ball, bringing it down court. Salazar on the right, bounce pass to Layton at the elbow. Going back to Bijou, now back to Allen on the top of the key. Now to Layton, she spins. Over to Salazar. Salazar shoots, shots blocked.
Swatted by McClatchner, coming down that right lane, giving the pass to Gandy at the right wing. Looking at the top of the key to Clark. Looking at Huntley, giving it to Huntley on the left wing to Gandy. To Washner at the left elbow extended. Looking in the post and no one's there. Throwing it out of bounds.
Coach jumps high, huh?
Yeah, I would be too honored. Especially when it's this close.
Yeah, I tell you, here comes Bijou for the Red Devils. Finds Salazar on the left wing, back over to Bijou. She looks at a three-pointer, she puts it up, and it's good. Nothing but the net. Beautifully done. 23-19, Coquille up now by 4. And they're going to say there's a foul on Bijou.
Yeah, that foul was on Bijou for Washer. She kind of...
She tried to hold back, didn't she? Well, that's Holly's third one.
Yeah, we got McClatchner with the ball to Washner. To Gandy in the left wing. Trying to get it into Clark. She kind of elbows Lucatero in the process. It goes out of bounds off Sutherlin. It'll be Coquille ball.
Yeah, I'm surprised Lucatero didn't grab that.
Yeah, I think she kind of got hit in the face and was kind of stunned, it looks like.
Right.
So, I mean, your reaction time kind of slows down when you get punched.
Yes, so Layton comes out.
Willis on the court for her. Ooh. Allen trying to feed it into Willis, and it's intercepted by McClatchner. Going up for the layup, and it's no good. We got Harris with the rebound, fighting with Bijou for it.
Got a jump ball.
It'll be Sutherlin ball. We got Nelson coming on the court for Allen. So you have Clark on their side of the court at the baseline, taking it out of bounds. Giving it to Washner. To Harris on the left wing. To Huntley at the top of the key. Looking at the shot, driving in, going all the way on the right lane. Shot's no good, off the backboard.
And then Bijou brings that down. She's going to bring it across the timeline. Picks it up about the top of the part of the key. Finds Salazar in the right wing. Back to Salazar, Bijou on the right. Inside pass intended for Willis, but gets taken away.
We got McClatchner with the ball in the backcourt. Salazar putting the pressure on. Going to the right wing extended. To Huntley at the right wing extended. To Clark at the right wing. To Washner, to Huntley at the paint, going up with it. Shot's no good. Going up again, which is no good, but she's fouled in the process by Bijou. That'll be Bijou's fourth foul.
Man, that's going to hurt.
Just a little bit.
And we still got a fourth period to go.
Yeah, we do.
Our girls are playing tough. A lot of fouls getting called.
Yeah. Huntley's first shot's up, and it's good. Rolling into the basket. Official calls for the second shot. Last one. Shots up. And goes right in, bounces all around the rim.
So here's Bijou. Over to Lucatero. Back to Bijou. Still in the backcourt. Now she gets crossed. And there's no shot clock because there's only 14 seconds left in the third. 23-21. Nelson has it. She wants to pass it back over. We got 3 seconds left. They're working it inside to Lucatero. And she's fouled in the process for the shot. With 1 second left on the clock, Lucatero is shooting 2.
Yeah, I'd like to mention Holly's getting face guarded like Leap was now.
Yes. Yes.
That girl's following her around like glue.
Yeah. Holly can't even, she can't even
breathe.
go by to say hello to the coach for a minute.
She'll come follow her, listen to the game plan.
Oh, my gosh. Ah, beautifully done by Lucatero. Lexi puts that first one down. 1 second left on the clock here in the third. Lexi's second shot. It's up, and it's beautifully done as well. 25-21.
Huntley with the long shot, and it's no good.
But I tell you what, that was the biggest score period for Sutherlin, as well as Coquille. Both sides of the ball put down 12 points. Yet I'll tell you what, the Lady Red Devils were phenomenal. They had 5 fouls right there, and they didn't, go by it so much that they got into that foul trouble that way for shooting. But individually, they're in deep foul trouble right now.
Yeah.
Bijou with the most with 4.
Yeah. I mean, I think Biju's in foul trouble. Lucatero's getting there. So is Kellner.
They each have
Willis is. They're at 3.
Yeah.
Majority of the team's at 3. I think all the starting lineups at 3.
Yeah, except for Bijou. She's
Where's
got 4.
Trujillo? Trujillo's not on the court today. She wasn't here yesterday at school either. She must be sick.
Oh, yes. Yes. She is sick.
Dang.
I asked about that earlier. Yeah,
That makes sense why the bench is coming up, because Trujillo's not here to help Phil.
right. All right, so here we are in the fourth. 25-21, Coquille up by 4. Salazar has it right side. Bounce pass to Lucatero at the right wing, looking to try to get it inside. She's got to move it. She does. Finds Willis on the right. Willis has got to move it. Back over to Nelson on the top of the key extended. Salazar drives inside, puts a shot up, it's blocked. Lucatero picks it up, drops it down for 2, and it's fouled at the same time. Great job by Lucatero. So Lucatero is going to be shooting 1 after getting the rebound and dropping it in with the foul. Every single one counts. Hits the front of the rim, no good.
Wetchner bringing it down, giving it to McClatcher on the right lane. Crossing that half-court line. Losing control of it to Salazar, giving it to Gandy. Gandy at the right elbow extended to McClatcher. Cross into the right side, giving it to Huntley on the right wing to McClatcher. To Clark, to Huntley in the right corner, taking the 3, and it's good. Nothing but net. 27-24. Sutherlin down by 3.
And Bijou's bringing it all the way down court herself. Bounce pass to Willis. The give and go to Nelson. Nelson puts it up. The shot's blocked.
Blocked by Washner. We've got McClatcher coming down the right lane. Going all the way. Lane's wide open for her. She gets intercepted by Willis. And then there's a jump ball off the rebound. It'll be Sutherlin ball. We got Kellner coming in on the court for Nelson. We'll have Clark inbounding. Clark giving it to Huntley in the right corner. Huntley to Washner, to Gandy. Looking at the 3, it's not there. Giving it to Washner on the right wing. To Clark at the right corner. Looking inside in the paint, but she's not there. Looking at Huntley, she's also not there. Giving it to Klashner, to Gandy. That shot clock is winding down at 15 seconds. McClashner at the free throw line, going all the way to the right low post, taking a layup, and it's no good. Rebound by Viju. And there's a foul called as Clark just grabbed her entire arm. That'll be Clark's third foul. We got Sutherlin at 2 fouls for the period and Coquille at 0.
So Luke Gutierrez inbounds to Kellner. Quickly to Salazar, crossing the timeline, going down the left-hand side. She's on the left wing. Hands it over to Viju. Goes to Luke Gutierrez. Shots off to the right. No good. Brought down by Kellner. Pass was intended for a Willis, knocked out of bounds by Sutherlin. Coquille will have possession inbound from underneath their basket. That'll be Viju. Goes to Willis. Willis puts it up, and the shot's blocked.
Blocked by Washner. We got McClashner coming down the right lane. Crossing the half-court line. Hitting Washner at the top of the key, extended to Gandy at the left wing, to Huntley at the elbow, to Gandy, to Washner. McClashner at the right wing, taking the three. It's no good. Ooh, we got Gandy fighting for the rebound. She hits the deck.
And Viju brings it down, finds Salazar. She puts it up, and it's fouled.
That foul's on McClashner. They both took a tumble there. That's her third foul. Or, nope, fifth. That's her fifth. McClashner's out of the game. Not their main ball handler.
So that's 5 fouls.
He's done for the next 5 minutes. Worth the game, I guess.
Salazar going to the line, shooting 2. 5:31 left in the ball game. 27-24 currently. Coquille up by 3. Salazar misses their first shot.
So we got Harris coming in for McClashner as she got fouled out.
And the second shot is up and around. It's no good either.
Gandy fighting for that rebound. And we got a timeout called by Sutherland's coach.
Man, I tell you what, talk about intense.
Yeah.
Well, we knew it was going to be a tough game, and we knew this was going to be one of the main games that was going to, as you even mentioned, Demi, that's going to probably determine the home playoff game. Because the thing of it is that Coquille wins tonight. We still got a heck of a road to go, and we're still playing Sutherlin at their place on the 18th of next month. And that probably is going to be one of the most hardest ones to come up against also. I mean, granted, none of them are easy because they're all gunning for us. I mean, that's just the way it is. But you figure we've got Tuesday night, we've got South Umpqua coming, and they're a tough one as well. And then, of course, we're going on the road to Douglas, which is never fun. And then we got to go over to Siusla. It's coming here. Glide's coming here. Then we got to go to Sutherlin. And then South Umpqua, we're going there, which is our final game of the regular season. So it's still going to be a pretty tough end of the road, if you will.
Right. We got Gandy with the ball on the baseline. The full court press by the Devils. Everybody in the backcourt. Clark running down with it, giving it to Washner. To Huntley on the left wing. To Gandy at the top of the key. To Clark, taking the three. No good. Off the back of the rim. Fighting for the rebound. It's off of Coquille. It'll be selling ball.
Yeah, I think that actually went off of Viju's hand.
Yeah.
Because they were fighting for the rebound.
So we got Clark with the ball out of bounds. Giving it to Harris at the top of the key. To Huntley at the left wing extended. To Washner at the left corner. To Clark at the low post. Taking the shots. No good.
Brought down by Willis, who will feed Viju. Cynthia Kellner. And it's good for 2. Beautifully done.
So we got the ball in the hands of Clark in the back corner. To Huntley coming down the right lane. Going to the middle, to the right, crossing the half-court line, giving it to Gandy. To Huntley. To Harris at the right low post, taking the shots, no good. Going up again, no good. Wachner with the rebound, no good.
Brought down by Viju. Coach says, run it, let's get it going. They had Luke Catero in the open air, and it's good off the glass.
But Wagner with the ball on the left lane.
31-24 with 4:15 left.
Huntley on the right lane going down with it.
Broken up again. You got Bijou. You got Kellner off the glass, and it's good again for two. Woo-hoo! And we got a timeout called by Sutherlin. And Sutherlin is just now ripping an official. And
He's got to be careful.
Man.
With him getting like 2 warnings now.
You know, to get in the face of an official and raise your voice and be that intense, you got to be careful.
Not a good call.
But you know, one of the things about that particular official, he's been doing this a long time.
Oh, yeah.
And he's got some pretty thick skin. But and he'll take it until it's like, all right, enough is enough.
Right, yeah.
But you know, it's a very emotional game, and it's just not for ball players, but it's coaches too.
You're right.
Because both coaches realize how important this game is. Right now, during this part of the season, this is the most important game of the year right now. And as it goes through the season a little bit more, it'll intensify also. But this is the most important game of the season.
Yeah.
Currently. And Coquille now finds themselves up 33-24 with 4 minutes left in the game.
So we got Clark coming down the court with the left lane. Crossing to the middle. Giving it to Washington at the right corner. Looking at Huntley. Giving it to her at the short corner to Clark at the 3. Shot's no good. We got Gandy with that rebound on the opposite side of the left wing. Wagner to Huntley on the right. To Harris taking the deep 3. No good. It's just a little short.
And brought down by Bijou. Quickly goes to Kellner. Lucatero. Oh, she can't hang on to it as she travels, as it was pass was just a little too far in front, I think it might have been, but just couldn't handle it going down.
So we got Clark with the ball on the left back court. Giving it to Wagner. Wagner holding the ball, slowing down the play. Giving it to Harris on the right wing. To Clark.
Taken away by Willis. Gets it to Bijou. Bijou is going to cross the timeline. Hollowed out of play. Got Salazar on the right. Kellner on the left. That's which way she goes. Back into Bijou. Willis at the elbow. She makes the shot, and it's good. Timeout, Coquille. 2 minutes, 59 seconds left in the ball game. Coquille finds themselves up 35-24 as they continue with a run unanswered. So we will go ahead and see what other tricks Coach Marty has up his sleeves. Man, I tell you, what a heck of a good ball game it is.
Oh, yeah.
Once again, we want to thank all of you folks that have tuned in tonight. I know I was asked about our radio station was down. I think it was yesterday, the other day. Anyway, we got it up and going again, thanks to Sean. We've got things happening. In fact, we're having a meeting next week about getting ready to try to stream the station, which we're very, very excited about, and do possibly some other maintenance to the station just to make it bigger and better. Very excited about that.
So we got both teams back on the court. Gandy with the ball on their back court to Clark. Clark coming down the right lane, crossing to the middle, to the left, to Huntley, to Harris. Trying to get it to Clark.
Stolen by Salazar. But she brings it across the timeline, bringing it down the right-hand side. She's on the right wing, finds Bijou, top of the key. Bounce pass to Lucatero. Lucatero's looking to go inside, nowhere to take it, so she's going to try to work it around. She does to Kellner on the top of the key. Finds Willis at the elbow. Willis back over to Kellner. Kellner on a three-point shot and around the rim, but it's no good.
We got Gandy coming down with that rebound, giving it to Huntley. Huntley crossing that half-court line to Wagner in the right corner. Looking at the 3, it's not there. Giving it to Clark. Clark with a layup, and it's good.
Not much you can do about that one.
No.
So Viju's going to work it quickly down court. There's Lucatero. She wants to put it up. She does, but the shot gets blocked.
Blocked by Washington. We got Huntley fighting to get the ball on.
Great job by Kellner to force her.
Out of bounds.
Forced her out of bounds. So Coquille's going to take possession of the ball. Coach wanted a foul call down there on Lucatero. Didn't get it. Salazar inbounds to Viju. Viju. Bounce pass to Lucatero on the left wing.
Oh, she's getting hugged.
Oh, my gosh.
That was pretty bad.
I would
don't know
say so.
what just happened or why she just did that, but that was interesting.
That would be something you see in a football play when they're
Right.
trying to go ahead and
I don't
stop
know
the run back.
Maybe she had like a delay in timing trying to get the ball or what, but she just gave her a big old hug.
It's a big hug. Well, maybe she just said she cared.
It's close to Valentine's Day.
Lucatero gets it to Kellner. Back over to Salazar. Minute and 37 left in the game.
Oh, and she's out of bounds. Taking out a
Somehow or
cheerleader.
another, she saved it. Lucatero out of nowhere off the glass. The whole defense got pulled out when Viju fell into the crowd.
She took out a cheerleader. So we got Huntley in the backcourt. Salazar putting the pressure on. Giving it to Gandy to cross the half-court line. To Washington at the top of the key. Back to Huntley. And it's intercepted.
By Lucatero, who gets it over to Viju with a minute and 5 left in the game. 37-26. Coquille is up by 11. Pass goes to Kellner. That timeout is called by the Red Devils. Exceptionally good ball playing by both sides of the ball tonight, really. Coquille has just came out extremely well by getting some give and go shots, by probably knocking down a couple of 3-pointers. And then you've got, again, that
Our posts
defense.
are working hard in there, too.
Yes.
Lucatero and Willis fighting against those 6-foot girls in there. It looks tough.
What are they, 6'1", 6'2", something like that right
Yeah, we got Huntley at 6'1", and Washner at 6'2",
there? Yeah.
and Clark at 6 foot. So,
Yeah.
I mean,
So obviously, it's
and our girls average less than 5'8". Like our 2 posts are 5'10"-ish, I'm pretty sure.
yeah, the ish.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's our highest. 5'10" is as tall as Coquille gets.
Right.
For girls, at least.
That's right. So Lucatero's going to inbound it from in front of the Coastal Coffee broadcast booth to Viju. Viju coming across the timeline. The defense is going to be even tighter now for Sutherlin with less than a minute on the board. Hands it off to Kellner. Kellner gets fouled. That's
Fouled by
5 fouls.
Huntley.
Yep, that's 5 fouls. Team fouls, so Kellner's going to the line.
That's Huntley's 4th foul of the game.
Man, I tell you, what's great is seeing all the folks that we got a full gym here tonight.
Oh, yeah. Better than our first league game. Douglas, I was kind of shocked at how little people there were.
Right.
But I think everybody knew that Sutherlin was going to be a really good game, especially for the girls.
So the first 2 shots misses for Kellner.
So we got Gandy getting the ball down, giving it to Huntley. Trying to get across that half-court line, but Salazar's putting the pressure on. Give it to Gandy, to Washner. To Harris in the left corner, to Gandy, to Washner at the top of the key. To Huntley, oof, and taking Jenner down. Huntley in the right corner, dribbling in, giving it to Clark. Clark taking the jumper at the near the elbow.
37-28, Viju with the ball. Clock's running down to 13 seconds in the ball game. Heavily guarded in the backcourt. She does get across the timeline. She gets pushed just to stop the clock is all.
Yeah, we got Gandy with that foul. That's Gandy's 2nd foul of the game. I think Sutherland's fouls seem to be more spread out, as ours are like all on specific people
Exactly.
that are in foul trouble. Sutherland's more on team foul trouble, whereas we're on like individual team or foul trouble.
Yeah. So Viju's first shot goes everywhere around the rim.
But not inside. Second one's good.
38-28, 5 seconds left in the game. And that's going to do it. 38-28. My gosh, talk about a ball game. So for your post-game report brought to you by the city of Coquille. In the very first, amazing defense by both teams. Coquille only was able to put 7 points on the board, but they also held Sutherlin to only 2. Coming out in the second, it was a little evenly matched because Coquille was only able to put 10 points on the board to Sutherlin's 9. So we're going into the locker room at halftime with the score Coquille 17, Sutherlin 9. In the third period, they both scored 12 points, so it ended up 25-21. Again, going back and forth, extremely close, extremely good ball. And here in the final period, Coquille held Sutherland only 7 points as they put 13 points on the board. And I tell you what, with the score of 38-28, Coquille played extremely well. And boy, what a heck of a ball game, Emmy.
Yeah.
So that's going to go ahead and wrap it up. Of course, we're going to be here again on Tuesday.
Are we going to pick a player of the game?
Yes, we are. I was waiting for you to tell me who you think.
Oh, of course. Oof.
Who do you think?
I don't know.
The whole team?
I've been thinking about it for the last fourth quarter, and I haven't been able to pick. Where's the Coquille roster? Here we go. Oh, I did not mean to blow in the mic. My bad, people. I mean, I think I got to give it to some of the posts. Between Willis and Lucatero, they were fighting in there.
Absolutely, they were. Absolutely. And I want to say Willis.
I think it was Willis.
Yeah, I'd say Willis is our.
Took a beating in there.
She did. That's an understatement. So, congratulations to Jenna Willis as our athlete of the game. And as I mentioned, of course, Emmy and I will be back, and hopefully Dan will be feeling better.
He better be.
I know it.
He's been out of commission for too long.
So, on Tuesday, South Umpqua is going to be coming to town. The boys will be tipping off at 5:30, the girls at 7. And thank you so much once again, everyone, for tuning in. We greatly do appreciate you. On behalf of Amy and myself,
Yes.
Have a safe rest of the evening and a wonderful weekend. Good night, everyone.